Yo. Yo. Ew. Ew. Listen, I don't know how long this is going to be. YouTube ain't sending out the notifications. What an amazing night of fighting. I had a good time. Boss Red, what's up with you? Listen, y'all gotta get the likes up or I'll see y'all in the morning. YouTube ain't sending out notifications. I thought y'all, listen, I just went to In-N-Out. We chilling. Amazing night of fights. Amazing night. I had a great time. Shout out to everybody who tuned into the Boxing Ego watch party. Legendary stuff. I can't do this without you, and you guys make my job run so smoothly. Alfredo, what's up with you? Dark Kent, what's up? Isaiah, what's up? Y'all can hear me? Boss Red in the building. 360 Barber. I'm out in Vegas. I missed the fight. How you missed the fight and you in Vegas? That's crazy. Man, another great Boxing Ego watch party though. Made a lot of money, made a lot of friends, enjoyed myself. Hold up. Let me get something. I need to get a cough drop or something. I think I choked on something. I'll be right back. Yo, all right, we back. So what y'all talking about? Stop crying. How am I crying? I put you on hold. How am I crying? Whatever. Amazing night of fights. I enjoyed myself. Main event delivered. Anthony Durrell, that man had a crazy knockout. That was dope. Hey, Isaiah, block him. Yeah, get him out of here. Are you Dominican? I thought y'all want to talk boxing. Why y'all care about what I am? I'm everything. I'm everything in this boxing game. That's what I am. Hey, Prince Savage, you didn't have to block him. That wasn't nothing. Like, he didn't say nothing crazy. Prince Savage, you didn't have to do him like that. Caleb is garbage. Block him. Yeah, block him. Anyway, y'all got to get the likes up. Or it's going to be a short stream. I already gave y'all the Boxing Ego watch party. That was fun. Boxing Ego watch party was fun. Main event, Canelo did his thing. He got Caleb Plant out of there, 11th round knockout, and it was a fun fight, a very entertaining fight. But listen, I'm trying to tell y'all the best way I know how. Y'all gotta get the likes up. Black is the new white. What does that even mean? Block him for wasting my time. I don't even know what that means. Black is the new white? I don't know. Anyway, y'all got to get the likes up. That's the only way. What do you think of Benavidez Canelo? Man, I've been pushing for that fight. Let's go. Make it. I still feel the same way. I think that's a hard fight. David Benavidez. First of all, David Benavidez got more power than Caleb Plant. I think most people would say David Benavidez himself has said that. I mean, he has a different style. He brings something different to the game. But I was impressed with Canelo. I was impressed with his finisher spirit. That's what really impressed me. I don't even listen. I'm gonna do a stream in the morning when I'm fresh, because like these Boxing Ego watch parties are pretty taxing because I do it for X amount of hours or whatever. I just enjoyed the fight. I think it was a beautiful fight to watch. Very scientific, but it had a good pace. A lot of great action. Canelo did his thing. Canelo's a beast. He's undisputed. You can't take that away from him. He earned it tonight. I'm going to break it down. And like I said, I'll break the fight down in detail. I just told you I was going to come back and do a stream. But like I said, I'm not going to burn myself out, especially with YouTube not sending out the notifications. Very fun fight to watch. It was... it's my type of fight. It was like a boxer-puncher type of fight. So it was like a high-speed chess match. Both guys were doing good work, but certain people were edging certain rounds. You know, there's a lot to unpack. What time will you do the stream? I'll tune in. I have no idea. You just have to subscribe to the channel. Because I don't even, listen, after big fights like this, I don't even set no alarm clock. I just wake up when my body naturally tell me to wake up. But very fun stuff. Canelo, he beasted out in that last round. Man, Showtime commentary. The Showtime commentary is getting watered down to me, bro. Showtime, I felt like they had a very solid crew. And then little by little, I feel like the Showtime commentary has just been disappointing me. Just saying stuff that's crazy, bro. There's no way on earth. And see, let me say this. Let me say this in the proper way. I want to say this in the proper way. Block Hugo Reyes. Yeah, hold on 1 second. Yeah, Antonio Tarver, he was cool. They need to do something because the commentary is bad. Hold on. Watch this. Watch this. I'm about to switch the game up. I'm about to switch the game up. Okay. Yeah, it's over. Yeah. Block Elite Media. I don't care what none of y'all talking about. Block Elite Media. You ain't elite. I never heard of you. I ain't never heard of you, cuz. I ain't never heard of you, so how you elite? How you elite? I ain't never heard of you, cuz. Nah, get him out of here, too. He gotta go. Bro, yeah. Now we put it on hoods. Yeah. 14 days. If you ain't been subscribed to my channel 14 days, it's over for you. It's over for you. You ain't been subscribed. You can't talk to me. I don't want to hear nothing none of y'all gotta say if you ain't been subscribed to the channel for 14 days. Listen, and if y'all keep making me mad, I'm gonna change it to 21. And then we're gonna go on and on and on and on. Listen. I don't care what none of these dudes talking about. This my channel. This is YouTube. This ain't us tube. This ain't we tube. This my tube. I earned this. I built this from the ground up. Okay. So now let me talk about it. Showtime, the commentary was bad. They was capping. Now hold on. Before I get there, because y'all say, oh, you hating. I don't care. If you can listen, if you think I'm a hater, that's cool. Don't ever watch me again. That's all you gotta do. Don't ever watch my channel again. So I'm gonna talk my talk. I'm gonna talk my talk. I'm gonna tell you what I seen. If you don't like that, I don't care. So that was a fun fight. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed it. It was a fun fight. But here's the thing. Canelo's a beast. Canelo, you can put him pound for pound number one. He undisputed. He earned that. He earned that. Remember, Ego set the time for 5 years and a few weeks. Man, I'm going to do it again. I'll put a decade on it. I'm putting cases on all you. Bro, yeah. I'm the man in this piece, huh? Yeah, I'll put that. I'll set it right back to that. Bro, I don't want to hear from him. It's a bunch of burner accounts. Kiss my ass. There goes my boyfriend. Block him. Now, the thing is, when you try to come back with a burner account, it's over for you. Listen, I already got paid, so this is just a freebie stream. That Boxing Ego watch party, I couldn't even get to all the cash apps while we was live, and I had to go to In and Out. So we've already been paid. We made our guap for the night. I already got the bag for the night. This is just a freebie. This is just a freebie stream that I want to give y'all because I told you I would come back. So Canelo, he's a beast. He's elite. He did his thing. Great finisher. Great fight. And he stepped on the gas when he needed to. That being said, the Showtime commentary in general was on Canelo's nuts, and it was not a true indication by and large of what happened in the fight. Now, I understand that Caleb Plant got knocked out. I understand that my fight prediction, I said I was edging, I was giving a slight edge to Caleb by decision. That didn't happen. He got knocked out. I don't care. I want a rightful winner. Canelo did that. He stepped on the gas. He turned up. It was over. It was over. Bravo to Canelo. That was dope. That was a dope performance. I just watched the finish again, which I'll break down. But here's the thing. Boxing is scored round by round. Round by round. It does not matter it doesn't matter what the outcome is. You got to score the fight round by round. And then whatever the outcome is, that's what the outcome is. So in the end, it did not matter because Caleb Plant got knocked out. I get that. It did not matter because Canelo beasted out. He beasted up and got and stopped him. That's fine. But it's a huge disservice to the world of boxing when you don't score the fight anywhere remotely close. Like when you don't give credit to people who are putting in the work. Again, it didn't matter. But at this point, Canelo, you're going to whoever fights him, you must knock him out to beat him. If you fight Canelo, then you must knock him out. Because every single time, no matter what the fight is looking like before the outcome, he's always up. He's always up, bro. No matter what. Kovalev, he got knocked out. Before the knockout, I had Kovalev up. Didn't matter because of the knockout, but it's putting salt in the wound. You see what I'm saying? It's putting salt in the wound. It's insult to injury. Amir Khan, he got knocked out, but I had him up. But none of the judges ever see the fight like that in multiple fights. Edeslandi Lara, I had him winning. They said no. Floyd Mayweather pitched a shutout. I had him clearly winning. They said it was a draw. Triple G won. I had Canelo losing that fight in a competitive fight. They said Triple G lost. I did think Canelo beat Triple G in the second fight. I don't see what people are saying when they said Triple G won the second one. I'm talking about the first fight. So, oh, Ramon, that's what I'm talking about. It's daylight savings time. Yeah, so I'm gonna get that extra hour of sleep. Okay, I feel better about this stream. Yeah, I get that extra hour. That's what I'm talking about. Did the clocks already set back? Did the clocks already set back? What time does it do it? What time is the clocks do that? 2 a.m. Thank you. So anyway, Canelo knocking people out, that's cool. I had no problem with that. But it sucks that no matter the good work that fighters are doing, up until that point is not being recognized. And that's a real problem. Caleb Plant, I understand in the end. See, I'm not a casual fan. There's a lot of casual fans in this sport of boxing. Right? Caleb Plant, and trust me, I know what I'm saying because I'm there when I say it. So you're not going to confuse my words. Caleb Plant got knocked out. Yes. And it was a great knockout at that. Canelo turned up on the boy. Beautiful. Beautiful fight. Amazing stuff. Both fighters did well. It was competitive. But they disrespected Caleb before, during, and after this fight. Shout out to Isaiah. Shout out to Isaiah Felix. They disrespected, I'm going to say it again. They disrespected Caleb Plant before, during, and after this fight. You know, just by not calling it right. Again, he was knocked out. It doesn't ultimately matter. But it just is, it's just like adding insult to injury. He already lost his belt. That goes without saying. He already lost his O. Canelo was the better man. That goes without saying. So it's just adding insult to injury. On top of losing those things, which he already did because Canelo got him out of there. You know, it's just it's a shame that people can't be more objective in boxing. And the other thing, the problem I have with that too is, one, I want to grow the sport of boxing. He got booed walking out. I had it on mute. See, that's what I'm saying. Bro, they were booing him at the weigh-in. They were booing him after when he was walking out, I guess. So, you know what I mean? And I think people, they treated Caleb bad regarding this fight. Like, first of all, it's just a fight. If Canelo's the better man, he's the better man. That's cool. I get that. He did his thing. But, you know, people treated Caleb Plant wrong. I liked what Canelo did in the 11th round. And I'll explain that in a little bit. But the Showtime commentary, bro. That's why I firmly believe the Boxing Ego watch party is second to none. When you come to my Boxing Ego watch party, you are literally getting the best commentary in the business, bar none. Bro. And see, the thing, like, Steve Farhood, cuz said that Canelo won 6 rounds in a row. Bro, it wasn't even that type of fight, bro. This keeps happening. And it's not even just Canelo. It's a lot of politics. It's Michaela Mayer and Hamaduchi or whatever, Amakuchi or whatever the chick's name is. You know, Kamikaze or whatever. Michaela Mayer, it was a good fight, but then the scorecards didn't indicate that it was a good fight. So it's not just Canelo. This is throughout boxing. This is plaguing the sport of boxing. And when you're aligned with certain networks or promoters or A-side or whatever, you keep seeing it again and again. Back-to-back days. Michaela Mayer and Hamaduchi. Okay, she won. That's cool. Nobody got a problem with her winning. It's just, you got to call it right, though. You know what I'm saying? But it just shows you boxing has a lot of evils. The evils. You know what I mean? Where it's like, it just makes you wonder, if Canelo didn't turn up on the boy and stop him in the 11th round, he wasn't going to win anyway. All the judges had him winning, no matter what. Steve Farhood had him win. Bro, there was never a moment in this fight where he won 6 rounds in a row. Absolutely. Like, here's the other thing. Not even just winning 6 rounds in a row. A non-contested winning 6 rounds in a row. Like, there's no way that Canelo won 6 rounds at any point in the fight, 6 in a row, without, like, no question, like, no questions asked. There's no, what round was it? He lost the first round. He lost the second round. I gave him the third round. So he didn't win the first through the 6th, right? He didn't win 5, 6, 7, 8. You know what I mean? Like, at what point? So that's the only black eye to me. I'm not mad at the outcome. Canelo's a beast. Him winning is probably bigger for boxing. Just like, no disrespect, Caleb Plant, that's my dude. But him winning, he already had the bigger profile, and there's a lot of great fights he can fight. So he just carries on that legacy. So I'm not mad that Canelo won. A lot of people say, oh, you're mad. All right. Bro, if you know how much money we made today, and we already have 100,000 views on the Boxing Ego watch party, I'm chilling. Life is good. Canelo fans are childish. They're flooding Caleb Plant's IG, bothering Cool Boy and Jordan Plant, Joey Spencer. I don't care, bro. That's just, but that's the immaturity that comes with boxing. You see people do all that stuff. People said I'm crying. Like, I'm in and out line. I'm chilling. I was waiting for my double-double. But I'm reading comments about how I'm crying and all right. Like I said, it didn't matter in the end because Canelo, he's a beast and he turned up and he got Caleb out of there. But at the end of the day, I thought Caleb Plant was winning, you know. Again, that's neither here nor there when you get a stoppage. But I thought Caleb Plant was winning. Competitive, yes. Some of the rounds maybe were hard to score. But overall, see, this is the thing. Boxing should just be, they should just stop scoring boxing. I'll tell you why. They should just stop scoring boxing. Because boxing has a certain criteria that the judges are supposed to be looking for, right? Ring generalship, defense, effective aggression. You know, these are the things you're supposed to be looking for. But boxing has now adopted this casual mindset to the point where now you could just go with your heart. You could just go with your emotions. You could go with the crowd reactions and stuff. Like, bro, literally, the WBC approved a judge in the Oscar Valdez fight versus Robson Conceição, and he had to apologize after my video, right? He had to apologize after my video, and he was apologizing because his scorecard was so unbelievable. And a lot of people thought Oscar Valdez, another Canelo gym person who failed a test, they thought that Oscar Valdez didn't really win the fight. So in his apology, he said his vantage point wasn't good, and there was a lot of photographers around him, and a lot of people was in his way, and he couldn't really see or whatever. So he gave rounds to Valdez based on the crowd reaction. That's not how you score boxing. Bro, the crowd, half the time it's a bunch of drunk people drinking beer. You can't go off of no crowd oohing and on, because there were punches in this particular fight with Canelo, and he was missing like crazy, and the crowd was like, ooh, like they was hyped. Bro, that is not a good indication on how you should be scoring boxing. Because if you, like, picture this, you in a nosebleed seat, because a lot, you know, the haters, they're going to be in the nosebleed. They're going to be broke, so they're going to be in the nosebleed. And you hate Caleb Plant and all this. You can't even see the action. So from your vantage point, it looked like Canelo's just going crazy, but Caleb Plant could be blocking some of it, or it's partially landing and things like that. So crowd reaction, that ain't nothing. There ain't nothing about the crowd. Half the people in the crowd never fought before. You know, like I'm talking about any type of fight, not even just like boxing, MMA, a street fight, nothing. There's a lot of people that go to fights that love boxing that never had a fist fight before. You see what I'm saying? So, crowd reaction, I don't really tell you nothing. Block Hellcat. I don't care about you or 3 people that look like you. I don't care what you talking about. I don't even know who you are. So I really don't care. You ain't no regular. You ain't no person that I know. So I ain't worried about what you saying. Block him. Yeah, get him out of here. Bro, I don't care what you're talking about. Go start your own channel and you talk about it. Go get you a following. Don't worry about what I'm doing. Plant his jabs with power would kill Canelo. That's a good point. I'm glad you brought that up. That makes you wonder, a guy who's like more known for power with a jab, that's going to give Canelo a lot of problems. That's why Triple G gave him problems. You know, I think ultimately, I think there was a moment. Listen, I know some of y'all don't understand boxing. You don't understand boxing, so you just gonna say whatever. But there was a moment where I believe that Caleb Plant hurt Canelo in this fight. I gotta go watch it again to see what round it was. Unfortunately, when you buy the Showtime pay-per-view, like I watch it on the computer, you know, while I'm doing the Boxing Ego watch party. So it's not like I can't DVR it. So I can't, you know, I gotta wait for it to re-air on Showtime to watch it. But there was a point, and see, the funny thing is, I'm so great at my job, and I got a lot of support, but it does come with some hate. So when I say these things, people say, oh, you're just hating. Oh, you're mad. Oh, you're sad, bro. Whatever. If that's what you think, if doing what you want to do for a living, wake up when you want, make money out of the sport of boxing, and I don't have to work for no one, if that's depressing, then I'm depressed, whatever. But Caleb Plant hit Canelo with the body shot in mid to late rounds, 6 through 9-ish, I want to say. And I think he hurt Canelo. I'm pretty sure he hurt him. But you have to keep in mind, there's different severities of being hurt. When I'm saying hurt, I'm not saying like, oh, Canelo was drunk and, you know. But when I say it, it sounds shocking because a lot of y'all don't know ish about boxing. So when you think of hurt, you're thinking of the guy Anthony Durrell fought where he's hurt and he ain't got no legs, or Thomas Delorme or whatever. Watch the fight again. And if you know what you're looking for, you'll probably find the same moment. He got hurt to the body. But again, Canelo, he's an experienced warrior. So he got hurt versus Triple G. A lot of y'all don't know that because you think Canelo is Superman. So he can't do no wrong. He can't get hurt and nothing, you know what I mean? But surprise, he got hurt. Triple G hurt him. Surprise, man. So, but it was beautiful stuff by Canelo. I liked it. Bro, he was hurt. He got hurt to the body. So, yeah, there's still a lot of competitive fights for him. He need to rest up. He said he's going to take a long rest, as he should. He fought 4 times this year. That's good. He's the most active, especially since he has a big name. Even though he fought Yildirim and stuff, whatever, he still fought 4 times in a pandemic. You got to give him credit for that. Just the fact that he fought. And then he just fought 2 champions back to back. So you got to give him credit. However, the 2 champions he fought, he just fought the best of them, and he still got a knockout similar to the Saunders fight. You know what I'm saying? He got a cold knockout. So that he's a bad boy. You know, that's a bad man. He can fight. Canelo, that redhead muff, can fight. You know, that's just what it is. He can fight. I like what I do like. Let me tell you the good about Canelo. Smash the like button. We got to get the likes up. Listen, I'm going to cut this stream real short. Like, salute. That's the only way I can do these. That's the only way I can do these. My time is money. Like, salute. It got to be one. Because if not, I got to work on other content for y'all. So It's on y'all. And it's already bad enough YouTube ain't sending out notifications. So y'all got to get it popping. I can talk all day. Well, not all day. I mean, normally I can, but I'm tired. We had a productive day with the Boxing Ego watch party. Wild William, what's up? Things I liked about Canelo in this fight. I liked his jab when he used it. His body work. His body work probably paid the most dividends. So I loved Canelo's body work. And I like Canelo. He's a dog. Canelo got dog. He's a dog. He got a lot of dog in him. So you've seen that because he was pushed. There were moments where Canelo got blasted with some shots, like bop, bop, bop. And then Canelo would respond immediately, ooh, 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 like get his respect back. And that's a mark of a true champion and elite fighter. Floyd Mayweather, Andre Ward, you see guys like that. And when they're not going to let you live and revel in the moment. You know what I mean? You pop, pop, and get something good off on them. There's such high-level competitors. Floyd, Andre Ward, Canelo. They're such high-level competitors and so elite that they're not going to let you just live in that moment and like celebrate and take a picture and revel in it, They're going to get some get back. And Canelo did that in a couple spots where Canelo or Caleb would get something nice off and then Canelo would respond nicely. What else? I like the mean streak continued in round 11, of course. Canelo, he a bad boy because how he set up the knockout was crazy. Crazy. Canelo, he has that finisher spirit. And see, to be honest, the level of urgency that Canelo shows me that my fight card, my scorecard was more on par with what was happening than Steve Farhood and all y'all that had Canelo up wide. That's why Canelo, once he got him, because there were no moments where Caleb Plant in the first 10 looked like he was going to go down. There were no moments where he was actually knocked down, right? So since there were none of these moments, Canelo produced a moment with the swiping like left hook, and he man, it was good. It was nice time. And when he got that and he seen the reaction that he got, he was on Caleb Plant's ass. So to me, that's a testament to the fact that Canelo knows he was in a highly, highly contested, highly competitive fight because his sense of urgency, being the experienced elite fighter that he is, he jumped on the man crazy. And then he got him out of there. So you got to give Canelo props for that. He said, see, shout out to A. Riviera. See, people know they boxing. He said Canelo went after him like Tank went after Mario Barrios. Actually, that's a very good comparison to what this fight looked like. This looked like a Tank versus Barrios type of fight where Tank was getting some good solid shots off, but Mario Barrios was also the taller fighter and he was boxing well, right? He was boxing well. Block Alberto, I'm here for boxing talk. I don't care about you goofy dudes that just come out one time when Canelo fights, and I don't care about that. I'm here for boxing. But that's actually another good comparison though with Tank Barrios. Yeah, it's called seizing the moment. You know what I mean? And Canelo did just that. So you got to give him a lot of props, and give him his P's because he knew he was in a competitive fight, and that was his moment, and he delivered. So it's like Tom Brady in the fourth quarter. You don't give Tom Brady too much time on the clock. You know what I'm saying? You give him too much time on the clock and he's down, and then next thing you know, he ties the game, and then you gave him too much time on the clock, he might score again and win the game, and that's the sign of greatness and elite people. So Those are the things I liked about Canelo in this fight. He really showed that mean streak. He showed he's a dog, and his experience is what pretty much pushed him through those moments. He never gave up on himself. He never doubted himself, and the way he finished it was dope. It was a dope, climactic, dramatic stoppage. So props to Canelo. He's undisputed, no questions asked. It was a fun fight, entertaining fight, a contested fight. I don't care what Steve Farhood and them talking about. I'm telling you what I'm talking about. I'm telling you what I'm talking about. It was a competitive ass fight. You can say whatever. I don't care. I don't care what nobody talking about. It was competitive as heck. And there was a lot of moments that Caleb Plant have. Caleb Plant's jab. See, my thing is this. I don't know how some of y'all score, but I score based on the rules of boxing. You're supposed to be looking at ring generalship. Who had, like, bro, who's ring general? Who would you give ring generalship to in the first 10 rounds? If you're scoring like you're supposed to be scoring, who do y'all think had the better ring generalship? Yeah, smash the like button. Who had the better ring generalship? Do y'all even know what that means? Nobody knows what that means. Okay, thank you. Isaiah, Louise. So they saying Plant. Bro, Plant was using the real estate and he was turning Canelo, especially early in the fight. There was a time he like matadored Canelo and like pushed him off the side and moved, and he was using, and he kept making Canelo reset. He had the better ring generalship through much of the fight. And it was also his jab played a huge part, and he was letting his hands go. And he was throwing way more punches than Canelo. I don't know what the CompuBox said, but he was throwing more punches from what I seen. And that's what you got to do. You got to be busy. You got to stay busy. Now, defense. Who had a better defense in the first 8-10 rounds? Shout out to Joseph L. Man, we really do this and really talk boxing. A lot of, like, really break it down. Not no fanboy. Bro, Canelo won. Good job. He did it. He's undisputed. Bro, that's what I'm saying. And that's the part that makes me mad in the world of boxing is you have all these casuals that try to come in and these rats that try to overtake the sport. And I think a lot of the beauty of what Caleb Plant done in his, his effort is going to be overshadowed because he got stopped. So people are just going to overlook it. You got stopped. See, in America especially, people just care about end results. Like, look at my story. Look at YouTube. People just see me in YouTube and like, oh, he does this full time. Oh, that's dope. They don't know my story. They don't know my struggle. They just know the end result. You don't know how many nights I stay up working on my craft. You don't know all the, like, getting my audio crispy and all the failures and L's I had to go through to get here. Y'all don't know me. Y'all don't know what I've been through. You see what I'm saying? I come from the mud. I come from nothing. I ain't never had nothing handed to me. You see what I'm saying? But we live in a microwave popcorn ass society. So at the end of the day, people just care about the end result. So Caleb Plant got blasted. That's what's going to be splattered everywhere because there's a lot of you that y'all don't really watch boxing. You might watch it, but you don't really watch it. Some people, they come to my chat after the fact. They never had no nuts to say this stuff and make these wagers and predictions and stuff. They wait to a result. That's the difference between them and me. Y'all wait for results. And then all of a sudden you come through and, ego, oh yeah. And half of these dudes didn't even watch the fight. You see what I'm saying? That's the ironic. They just seen the outcome. They just went on Instagram and, Showtime, they posting on YouTube and stuff. Oh, Caleb Plant got knocked out. You see the outcome. I'm there from start to finish. I'm breaking down the fight. That's the difference. These young boys can't beat me. They can't do what I do. I'm the greatest. I'm the greatest ever. I'm the greatest ever at boxing talk in the digital age. Best believe that, bro. Best believe that. So anyway, we live in a microwave society. So that's the only downside to what we witness. We witness beautiful boxing by Canelo, but also from Caleb Plant. But the Caleb Plant angle is now going to be overshadowed just because people just care about the end result. They just like, he got knocked out. Who cares? So they don't care about setups. They don't care about what he was doing right. They don't care about the jab. They don't care about him shoe shining Canelo and getting the 5th punch off. They don't care about it. They just care that he got knocked out. It's that simple. You know what I mean? But me, call me an old soul. I'm old school. I give props to both fighters. That was a hell of a fight. You know what I mean? That was a hell of a fight. Oh yeah, and a lot of the people say, "Oh, Ego, you got your prediction wrong." It's not going to be the first time. It won't be the last time. Both days I got paid. Whether I got the prediction right, whether I got the prediction wrong, I got paid both days. So there's that. But a lot of the other stuff outside of the person I picked, because I told you I was siding with Caleb, but it was a 50-50 fight. I thought Caleb was going to get a decision. It got to the 11th round, came close. It came close to going to the cards or whatever. But Canelo turned up on him. He's an elite fighter. Bravo. A lot of the other stuff I said was dead on. Like y'all told, see, and this is the funny thing. You got to understand and put your feet in my shoes to understand where I come from. You got people that come to my channel and they say, "Oh, Ego, you got your prediction wrong." But they don't got enough nuts to do what I do and put no prediction. They won't get behind the camera and do what I do. I promise you that. Half of these dudes, like there's dudes that got YouTube channel, they won't never show their face. I pull up to the fights. Before the pandemic, I pull up to the fights. I show my face. Y'all know what you dealing with. You know who you talking to, right? That's the difference. So there's a lot of differences. But there's a lot of people that say, "Oh, you got your prediction wrong." But what about all the other stuff I got right? For example, y'all told me that Canelo was going to knock him out easy work in the first round, the second round, before 6 rounds. What about that part? So if we're talking about who got what right and who got what wrong, I got my prediction wrong. Touche. But y'all got a whole lot of stuff wrong. Y'all told me that Canelo was going to cook Caleb Plant in 6 rounds or less. That didn't happen. Y'all told me that Billy Joe Saunders and Caleb Smith were way better. The UK champions was way better than Caleb Plant. So let me ask you this, since we doing the little ego follow-up. Okay, y'all, so we talking about who got what wrong. So the first thing is, y'all told me he was getting knocked out in the first round. In less than 6 rounds, less than 8 rounds. None of that happened. He got knocked out in the 11th round and put up a hell of a fight. So that's strike 1. Strike 2. Y'all told me the UK champions was way better than Caleb Plant, and Caleb Plant sucked. That's what y'all told me. So how come the guy that sucked went longer than Billy Joe Saunders? How come the guy that sucked worse than the domestic UK dude, Caleb Smith, didn't get beat up every single round like Caleb Smith? Okay, and made it uber competitive. Okay. Isaiah was good. He said he gave Caleb round 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, and Canelo got 3, 6, 10. Man, y'all getting cooked. Y'all getting cooked. Facts is facts. Y'all told me these things. So we gonna get my prediction was wrong. Cool. I ain't got no beef with that. Canelo, he a beast. He pulled away. I said Caleb Plant slightly by decision. He got knocked out in the 11th round. It was only a 12-round fight. So he almost made it close but no cigar. Cool. I'm wrong. But what y'all wrong on? Y'all told me that Billy Joe Saunders was way. Billy Joe Saunders didn't do all that. Billy Joe Saunders didn't. So y'all listen. Y'all gonna tell me that Billy Joe Saunders looked better than Caleb Plant? That's what we doing. Billy Joe Saunders was more effective. Okay. So first of all, Billy Joe Saunders is from the UK and he's a southpaw. Southpaws are supposed to give orthodox fighters more problems. How come he got cooked sooner than Caleb Plant and did worse than Caleb Plant? I can't hear you. Listen, how come a southpaw that y'all said the southpaw Billy Joe Saunders and the British guys were the top guys outside of Canelo because he can't fight himself. You told me that they was the best champions over David Benavidez and Caleb Plant. And I told you he was great value. I said he was a great value American style. Caleb Plant did way better than Billy Joe Saunders. And don't even get me started with Caleb Smith, because that goes without saying. Caleb Smith lost every round, every second of the round, and it got his arms blown up like inflatable floaties. That's what happened. Caleb Plant went out on his shield. Canelo, and see, if you look at it, Canelo, he's just quick, cat-like reflexes. He caught Caleb and he seized the moment. Boom, boom, and turned up on him. The fight was over. That's boxing. That can happen. You know what I'm saying? Billy Joe Saunders was losing, bro. He was losing before he was losing. You dig what I'm saying? So it's just funny and it's ironic. All these Canelo weirdos, they coming back. Listen, I'm giving Canelo his props. I told you if he does good, but it didn't play out like y'all told me it was. So even in my prediction being wrong, I still got more right than a lot of you goofies. Y'all saying that Caleb Plant was like, bro, y'all told me that Caleb Plant was gonna get slaughtered like quickly because you was talking about some Caleb Truax fight. You're like, oh, if you'll see how he looked versus Caleb Truax, then he's going to get destroyed by Canelo. He's much better. This was a highly contested and competitive fight. So what y'all talking about? Billy Joe Saunders is retired. I definitely wouldn't favor Billy Joe Saunders anyway if they did fight. So, yeah, a lot of y'all, in your attempt to try to make me look like crazy or whatever, y'all look worse than me. Y'all look worse than me because y'all doubted Plant crazy. And he put up the most competitive fight with Canelo probably since Triple G. Is that safe to say? You know what I mean? Because Jacobs, he did pretty good, but Jacobs gave like the first 4 or 5 rounds up. You know what I'm saying? Caleb Plant was winning early rounds. So I want to say that I think that's safe to say that Caleb Plant was the most competitive fight for Canelo, like I predicted. So y'all keep talking about the prediction being wrong, but what about that part? Caleb Plant was the most competitive style and competitive man that Canelo has fought since Triple G. Nah, Triple G was a competitive fight, especially the first one. So I can't overlook that. We know the Lotta and Mayweather fights were competitive. But, yeah, Canelo, he definitely did the job. And he passed with flying colors. I wanted to see something like that and see how he did with an American style, slick guy. A guy didn't come. But, again, this is my only beef with the game. This is the only beef that I have with the game. Y'all so disrespectful because y'all goofy. Y'all goofy asses are so disrespectful to the actual sport of boxing and hurtful to the sport of boxing, being these irate, goofy fans, that this is the problem I have. He said, in my opinion, it was five rounds to 5. I heard other people had it like that, so that was a draw. He says, before the TKO, it was highly competitive. Listen, some of y'all so disrespectful to the sport of boxing, it's not funny. Because instead, like, let's say you love Canelo's fighting style and you want him to win, right? You would be better served by keeping it real like me and saying Canelo's a beast, But Caleb Plant was out here scrapping too, and he made it for a challenging puzzle and a competitive fight, which it was, instead of doing all this other stuff. Because now these dudes are so stupid and shallow, they don't realize that you're watering down Canelo's victory by not keeping it real, by not keeping it a buck. He was in a contested, disputed, highly competitive fight. That's my stance. I had Caleb Plant winning. So for Canelo to turn that around, that makes him look like more of a G. You see what I'm saying? That makes Canelo look better. That he was in a fight where he had to figure out certain things. It was competitive. But I thought Caleb Plant was out hustling, out bustling him and edging some of them rounds to the point where he was ahead. And then Canelo turned it up. He turned it up. So that actually makes Canelo look better. Y'all say I hate Canelo, but my standpoint, which is based and predicated on the truth of what I watched, makes Canelo look better. You dudes want Canelo to look invincible and want him to look like Superman, so you lie and act like Plant wasn't doing anything and Canelo just won every single round. You know what I mean? And that's goofy, and it's not the truth. So, like I said, I have no problem. It's life. You're gonna take L's in life. You're gonna win some. You're gonna lose some. Whether you lose it on your boxing record or not, you're gonna take a L. Every person in life in this room is gonna take a L or has taken L's. I've taken mad L's in real life. I don't care about this like people are like, oh, ego. Somebody check on the ego. Y'all goofy. Y'all goofy dorks. Yo, goofy dorks. I've survived stuff that would have killed people. Boxing is light. This boxing, like me covering boxing, bro, a fighter losing a fight, that ain't nothing. That's like everyday stuff. Someone's going to win, someone's going to lose. I don't care about that. I care about, like, talk to me about something real, bro. People like, oh, yeah, you go on suicide watch. Yeah, all right. You know what I mean? But yeah, y'all not giving Caleb credit just to be petty or whatever. It's weird and it's goofy, and it actually makes Canelo look better that he had to figure out a real puzzle that was presented and he figured it out. Y'all don't want to. If I let y'all retell it, Canelo didn't have no challenges. He didn't have no obstacles. He won every round. He won 6 rounds in a row and all this Steve Farhood stuff. And that's not a real depiction of what we saw. You know what I mean? And it doesn't make Canelo look better. That makes it look like Canelo need to fight somebody now. You know what I mean? Because he just keep fighting people that ain't competitive. You know what I mean? So people trying so hard. Like, part of life is like to be the rawest motherfucker. You know what you have to do? You have to face adversity. That's what he faced. So that makes him better. That makes him a true champ. That makes him a man. That you face something. Like, even Tyson Fury. People respect the Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder hits hard. And he had to fight him fair and square in the third fight. And he came out with the victory. And, you know, and then people are going to look at Wilder and be like, dang, he was hurt and he came back to drop Fury twice. Okay, this dude is tough. That's boxing. That's what this is all about. So I like the fact that Canelo was tested and then he had to go through adversity, because that makes him more elite. The stuff y'all talking about and just trying to make it look like he just walked through Caleb Plant and all that, that's not what happened. You know what I mean? That's not what happened. So it's not an accurate depiction, and it makes him look worse, like you making it look like he didn't have any struggle. So part of, like, ask any millionaire or billionaire. Anybody who lives a life worth living, they went through some struggle. You don't want to hear about no millionaire or billionaire that said, oh, I was just born into $1 million and I didn't have to do nothing for it. You're going to respect the stories of the people who like, man, I was in the street selling dope and now I'm a millionaire, like Jay-Z or something. You know what I mean? Now I'm worth a billy, like Jay-Z. That's the stuff you gonna resonate. Who wants to, oh, my parents died in a car crash and I got a trust fund. You know, that's cool and all, but it's not going to hit the same as somebody who's like, man, I was homeless. You know what I mean? And I worked and started at Burger King, and now I own the Burger King, and I'm a multi-millionaire. So in boxing, you don't have to come up with these fake scorecards. It's okay to see the adversity because it just makes the champion or the winner look that much better when they persevere and push through that level of adversity, which is what Canelo did. And I respect that. But y'all let y'all tell it there's nothing to respect because Caleb Plant just came to lay down and didn't do nothing. That's what y'all telling me. And that's sad for boxing because I seen two warriors go out there and one bested the other person. It's that simple. Canelo, his experience, his power, his early work with the body work, that's what it paid dividends, and he won. Cool, great. Undisputed, he earned it. But don't negate what the other person did. That's all I'm saying. Yo, we got a $10 Cash App. The money coming in. Yeah, the money keep coming in. Oh, man, we made money today. He said, respect King, God bless you, champ. George Richardson Jr. Yeah, man, we just chilling. Like I said, I'm always going to try to do my best in this boxing game. It was a fun fight, though. Great stuff. Canelo winning is, like I said, it's bigger for boxing just based on the fact that he's the bigger name. And there's great fights. People want to see him fight Andre, Charlo, Benavidez. Some want to see him fight Bivol, Beterbiev. A lot of options. I will say this. I like Canelo on Showtime and working with PBC. That seems to be a good fit. To me, listen, correct me if I'm wrong. From the build-up to the actual card to the main event, this was the best delivery of a Canelo fight since the HBO days. Is that accurate? So if you look at the press conferences, you look at the fight week, you look at the weigh-in, you look at the actual card, you look at the main event and how the fight played out, this is the best Canelo package that we've seen since HBO. You know what I'm saying? When he was fighting Triple G's or Chavez or something. This was better by far. The whole presentation, the promotion, the presentation, the rivalry, the all access episode 1 and 2. And they'll probably do an epilogue, which will be dope and I'm going to watch. And how Canelo had to earn it and who he fought and the adversity. All this, in my opinion, was far superior than all the other fights he was doing on DAZN. All of it. It was the most significant. He was tested. He looked crazy in the 11th round. He looked possessed. You know what I'm saying? So it just made for fun. It made for awesome boxing. That's the stuff that helps grow the sport of boxing. So I like him on PBC because I think David Benavidez in Texas, Charlo in Texas. These are like mega fights now. I mean, they always was. You know, they're always great fights, but he undisputed now. I mean, these just became hotter commodities. So I think Canelo's stock went up even more with this. When he was fighting Yildirim, man, it was weak. All them fireworks and BMXers and people, Patron Pizza, man, that was weak. This was it. And it had a better undercard. The Ray Vargas fight was solid. You know what I mean? The Anthony Durrell knockout. Bro, I'm the best ever. I'm the best ever when it comes to this boxing stuff, bro. Stop playing with me. When it comes to this boxing talk, I'm the best. So, when is the last time you seen a main event and a co-feature and they both knock somebody out with uppercuts? Nasty uppercuts at that. When have you ever seen that, bro? Bro, Anthony Durrell threw an uppercut from hell and knocked his man Hernandez out crazy. He didn't even try to get up. His legs was done. And it looked like a golf swing. He said, and just, ugh. And Canelo's uppercuts look disgusting, bro. Listen, this is what Canelo did. I rewatched that, bro. Canelo is a dog. Canelo is a beast. He's certainly a great fighter. He's elite. The man Canelo jumped up because he's shorter. He jumped up with a hook and swiped and hit Caleb Plant. Caleb fell in. He threw a right uppercut and hit him, and he was already buzzed from the hook. And then the uppercut was just insult to injury, right? So peep the sequence. Canelo, he's raw as hell for this. Peep the sequence. Competitive fight. It was like within 2 minutes, you know, or actually 1 minute of the 11th round starting, he hooked him. Then he was hurt from the hook and he fell in. Then he threw an uppercut, a right uppercut. Then he pivoted and threw a left uppercut as he was falling. Bro, that's insane. If you think about, and he made it look so natural. Bro, he made it look like it was seamless. That's beautiful. That's beautiful boxing. Bro, it looked like you could tell he runs through these combinations and drills and stuff on, you know, in training or whatever. That it just looked too crazy, bro. He said, "Boo, bro." Just think about the level of timing and coordination you have to have in athleticism and power and all that to complete that. To hook somebody, then they're hurt from that, they fall in, and you plant your feet and throw a right hook. I mean a right uppie. And then you pivot and then throw a left as they're falling. Bro, just watch it. Bro, that was some crazy. That's what I'm saying. And then you got idiots saying, "Oh, ego is depressed." Bro, when I see boxing, especially sequences like that, it just makes you fall in love with the sport again. So y'all can say whatever you want about me. Ooh, I got my prediction wrong. I'm thrilled to have watched and covered this fight, bro. That was some crazy stuff. He hooked him. Then he threw a right uppercut, then pivoted and threw a left uppercut as he's falling. And then when Caleb Plant was trying to get up with like his legs bad, Canelo was, he was bro, he was like tap dancing, bro. Bro, watch Canelo's feet, bro. The way he cut off the ring, it's funny. Caleb Plant was trying to evade and he said, he looked like a typewriter, like MC Hammer, do. So yeah, bro, that was a dope finish. Watch it again. That was a dope finish. Timothy Jackson, $5 in the Cash App, y'all. Why they act like Canelo did not take a L to Floyd? I don't know. Because the people don't want to. It's like a nightmare. They don't want to remember that. Why was Teofimo on the stage with the belt? With his belt? I don't get it. Why was Teofimo on stage with his belt? I don't even understand that. Like, he really brought his belts to the fight or what? Hey guys, I'm undisputed too. Like, and he's not even really undisputed though. Nah, bro. We got J-Lo! Bro, I didn't even understand that. I was so confused, bro. I seen them pictures. I'm like, what he doing there? Where J-Lo? Bro, how you... It'd be one thing if it was like Ryan Garcia, because he part of the camp. But it's like, Teofimo, you don't have nothing to do with Canelo. You're not trained by Eddie Reynoso. You're not on the same, you know, he a free agent, so it's not like you really fight on the same platform. You definitely don't fight on PBC. He said Teofimo like Lil Mama with Jay-Z and Alicia Keys. That's funny. Cause in New York. Bro, he like, I ain't got some belts too. Oh, I want to show you my belts. Bro, I did not understand that. That was weird. And he not even really undisputed. I don't care what Mauricio Suleiman talking about. He ain't undisputed, bruh. He ain't undisputed until he see Devin Haney. No, he is not. I don't care what nobody talking about. He a good little fighter. Look, bro. I got some belts too. Bro, this man, Isaiah, erased the belts off of him. Bro, that's how you know the WBC be capping. How's T.O. got 2 WBC belts? How he got 2, though? Loma was the franchise champ. He got two WBC belts. Stop. Whatever. I didn't get that at all. So, yeah, you have to fight Devin Haney. Josh Taylor and Canelo, they undisputed for real. T.O., no. You gotta fight Devin Haney. And why? Listen, as a man, why would you want somebody? I can't say as a woman because I'm not a woman. I only know how it feels like to be a man. As a man, why would you want somebody in your same sport, around your age, to be walking around saying I'm better than him or I got something he needs? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't want somebody to be able to have stake and a claim to my throne. You see what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't feel right. You know how you watch them old westerns, they're like, this town ain't big enough for the both of us. That's me. This town ain't big enough for the both of us. Like, exactly, it shouldn't sit right with them. Yeah, that would not sit right with me. The fact that Devin Haney talking all this stuff and he got a real WBC full body belt, not an interim, not a silver belt, not a diamond belt, and you out here and he pulling up on you at the Mikey Garcia fight, and then you feel comfortable saying, hey, I'm undisputed. Like, at least credit to Josh Taylor and Canelo because they had to fight prominent people. You know, Canelo, his 168, I don't think it would have been better if Benavidez was one of the people he had to fight for the belt when Benavidez had the WBC. But whatever, he still fought Saunders, Caleb, and now Caleb Plant for the belt. You know, so I don't even see how that sits well with T.O. Like, as a man, like, you know what I'm saying? As a man, you could just have somebody else saying that, like, I don't know. I guess I'm too greedy. Like, if I have a girl and I'm trying to date her exclusively and another dude says that's my girl, that's not going to work out, partner. You see what I'm saying? If I had a girl that I'm trying to date exclusively and I'm like, yeah, Nikki's my girl, and there's somebody else on Facebook like, Nikki my girl, that's not going to work, bro. We're going to have to figure this out. Lex Luthor. $5. Let's go. Bro, that's not finna work. We got to figure this out some type of way. I can't be saying this is my girl, Nikki's my girl, and you talking about Nikki my girl. That won't work. How we both claiming the same chick. That's the equivalent. Devin Haney saying, I'm WBC champ. Like, his fight with JoJo Diaz Jr. sure enough will be promoted as a WBC title fight. Right? And it's legit. It'll legit say that. The flyer, WBC, blah, blah, blah. So why would Teofimo say F that? I don't have to fight Devin Haney. You know, I feel comfortable. I feel comfortable being undisputed under these circumstances. That wouldn't sit well with me. Luckily for Canelo, payday. You want payday. I know that. And Josh Taylor, they don't have to go through that. Because nobody at 140 and nobody at Canelo's weight of 168 can say I'm the true champion. David Benavidez can say I want to fight Canelo and I think I can beat Canelo. He could say that. But he can't say I'm the champion right now until he fights Canelo now. So, yeah, I just me personally, that can't rock. That wouldn't sit well with me if I had to share like notoriety with somebody. So anyway, man, it's daylight savings time. I'm about to catch an extra hour of sleep. I'm about to watch some Netflix. I had a great Boxing Ego watch party with y'all. Appreciate y'all for tapping in with me. Congrats to Canelo. Great performance, you know. It was a great performance from both guys, to be honest. Listen, Crawford, listen, I'm gonna put Canelo up there. My thing is this: Canelo, they're in two different positions. Crawford is a beast. Crawford is a beast. But here's the big difference: Canelo came in and he's always been marketed well. You know, just the fact that he's Mexican with red hair, freckles, cinnamon. He already had a level of intrigue before people really knew who he was. He came in with, you know, with a like a branding package. So therefore, he worked his way up, took good fights, and he got to fight the dope fights. I mean, he was 23, he fought Floyd Mayweather. So by age 23, he fought somebody better than anyone that Terrence Crawford has ever fought in Floyd Mayweather. You know what I mean? And he was like 19, 20 or whatever, fighting Shane Mosley and so on and so forth. All the way up to now, Triple G, 2 fights, Caleb Plant, he just added to the list, right? Lada, right? Terrence Crawford has a lot of skill, and he's dope, and he's a killer, and he's a dog. But the one thing that's eluded him, I got to watch Narco Mexico. I haven't seen the first 2 seasons. I heard it's a good show, though. I don't watch TV that much, but, you know, I'm trying to check out some new stuff. Yeah, so that's it. Crawford, he just hasn't had the big, you know what I'm saying? He hasn't had those big, massive type of fights. He haven't had those big type of massive fights, you know, especially at 147. He ain't had them. He hasn't had enough, you know what I'm saying? So I can't put it over. I can't put him over. See, this is the thing. Terrence Crawford with the business stuff, he ended up getting lapped. You know what I mean? Like at one point I had Crawford at pound for pound because he was undisputed before Josh Taylor. He was undisputed before Canelo. But the thing is, over time, those people kept getting fights to add to their legacy. Terrence Crawford is just now getting to the point where he's fighting Sean Porter, a guy Errol Spence already fought and beat in 2019. And he just fought last fight before that in 2020, Kell Brook, who hadn't made welterweight in multiple years, 3 years, and Errol Spence beat in 2017. You see what I'm saying? So with that type of not being able to secure the big name fights, him in Top Rank or them not making it a prior, whatever, NBF list, whatever caused that, I can't put him over Canelo no matter how good he is, because he doesn't have the elite level resume that Canelo has. And that's there. Put it this way. Crawford's a beast, but you'll run out of names before Canelo opponents run out of names. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you name all the dope people that Canelo fought, like legendary people or really good people, you're gonna, and you try to do that with Terrence Crawford, you'll run out of names first. You know what I mean? Like, who matches up? Who's Canelo has a win over Triple G. So who's Crawford fought that is like a Triple G for his division? You see what I'm saying? Or Edeslani Lara, or Mayweather, or Shane Mosley. Shane Mosley's a Hall of Famer. Mayweather's a Hall of Famer. Crawford Porter, it's still a good fight, but it still doesn't change the fact that Crawford's last two opponents are guys Errol Spence already beat. You guys, that's not hating, that's the fact. Bro, that's the actual fact. Y'all can get mad at facts. I'm here to speak them. So you're going to hate my channel. If you hate facts, you're going to hate my channel. Crawford's a current opponent and his last opponent were guys that Errol Spence fought and beat previously in title fights. That's a fact. Kell Brook and Sean Porter. Errol Spence already beat them. So now it's still a good fight because Sean Porter's still relevant, but at the same time, he's not a champion. Errol Spence fought him in a unification. Sean Porter then lost his belt. Sean Porter only had one fight since then against Sebastian Formella, and he's no longer a champion. So he could still give a good account because he's trying to fight for a belt again, but he's not entering the fight. He's entering as a challenger. So this is different. Canelo just fought a champion who had title defenses, and he just stopped him. It's different, bro. It's different. So I know a lot of people. Listen, now if that's why I don't even do the pound for pound list, man. I don't make my own list. You know what I mean? Because it's just too subjective. Now, if you think that Crawford has more skills or he's harder to beat, that's a different argument. That's a different argument because some people will argue, oh, Crawford, he like per capita, he's harder to beat than Canelo would be to beat. And you can make an argument for that probably. You know what I mean? Like Crawford might be the man at welterweight. But ultimately, if you don't have the resume to back it up the same way, you can't really make that argument. You know what I mean? Man, when's this daylight savings time? It's already 2 a.m. Where's the daylight savings time? Y'all said the clocks erase at 2 a.m. Y'all lied to me. Bro, it should say 1:05. Man, how I know it's daylight savings time. When does it kick in? Y'all told me 2 a.m. I need my extra hour, partner. Bro, but see, listen. Crawford, Gamboa, listen to me, people. Gamboa fight was in 2014. Hell nah. Hell, bro. So, how do you say someone number one pound for pound in 2021 and their best win, most meaningful win, is in 2014? He said it's been on daylight savings time for an hour. Man, hell nah. So it's really 3 in the morning? Man, what? Y'all, what are y'all talking about? Y'all told me it switches at 2. Bro, none of my clocks have switched. Manny DIY. Yo, Ego, who do you think Canelo's next fight? I like either one of those, Charlo or Benavidez. He said thanks to Mr. Aram, but still, that's his journey. Bro, my clock ain't changing. What's good? Y'all said it. Bro. Man, y'all hating. Bro, I was at his fight when he fought Indongo. That was years ago bro, listen to what I'm saying. So it's really 3 a.m. Man, I didn't even see the clock change. Man, y'all lied to me. Y'all lied to me. Whatever. Anyway, bro, I was at the Indongo fight for Undisputed. But here's the thing. The Indongo fight, right? That was years ago. I haven't covered a fight in a year and a half, bro. I haven't covered a fight in 2 years. Like live. Because of the pandemic. You guys understand that? And y'all talking about some Indongo. Bro, Indongo fight, listen, I remember well. This is to put it in, listen to me. My memory is great. I'm a genius. And listen, Indongo fight happened, because I remember this. Listen, I'm a genius. My memory is impeccable. I'm a human encyclopedia when it comes to this boxing stuff. Crawford fought Indongo. I remember this specifically. The same year that Floyd Mayweather fought Conor McGregor. The same year that Canelo fought Triple G1. The reason I know is because I went to the Crawford Indongo fight, came home for like a week, and then I flew out to Vegas for the Mayweather-McGregor fight, and then I came home for about another week, and then I flew out to Vegas again for Canelo versus Triple G1. So that was super memorable to me because that stretch I was never home. I went to Nebraska, Lincoln, Nebraska, Omaha for the Crawford Indongo fight, and then I came home for a brief time, and then I flew out for Mayweather-McGregor to Vegas, and then I came home for a brief time, and then I flew out to Canelo to cover Canelo Triple G1. So look at this. Mayweather don't even fight no more, and then fought a YouTuber and fought Tenshin Nasukawa, right? And then you have Triple G and Canelo won. They fought. Canelo failed a drug test. Then he came back and fought Triple G, and then he doesn't even fight at 160 anymore, right? And now he's fought at 75 and then moved back down, and now he's fighting at 168, and now he just in 11 months unified the division. So a lot has changed since then. You see what I'm saying? So how can you just say Crawford's spot is reserved as the number one pound for pound, even though he's highly skilled and a dope ass fighter? How can you hold his spot like that off of the Indongo fight that happened the same year Mayweather fought McGregor? McGregor fought Dustin Poirier 2 more times since that fight and lost. That's a lot of time, bro. That's a lot of time. So Canelo, he got to be the number one, bro. It's that simple. He got to be the number one. And you could say it's politics or whatever. Crawford, simply put, doesn't have a resume that can compete. So if you're not fighting all the type of people that Canelo has fought over the years, then, you know, it's like Canelo has to be that person because he's had the tougher, like, let's say if this was flights of steps, Crawford went up 2 flights of steps and Canelo's going up 4 or 5 flights of steps. So he had Canelo had to make it up 5 flights of steps. You only had to make it up 2 flights of steps. So I got to give more credit to the person that went up 5 flights of steps. They had more steps they went through. You see what I'm saying? So that's Errol Spence has a better resume. Sean Porter has a better resume than Crawford at welterweight. Errol Spence has a better resume. These are the facts. You can blame it on whatever you want to blame it on, but that's the true fact of the matter. Canelo's number one until otherwise proven. That's how I feel. Anyway, I'm out. I'm about to wrap it up. Everybody have a good night. Beautiful fight. Enjoyed it. Congrats to Canelo. Eddie Reynoso had a birthday yesterday, so Canelo became undisputed on his birthday, so I know that'll be memorable. Hell of an effort by Caleb Plant. Y'all got to stop hating and give Caleb Plant credit. He deserves more. He deserves more and better than what some people are, how they're acting towards Caleb Plant. He lost, all right? He talked ish and he lost. But guess what? He still put up a hell of an account of himself. Anyway, that's it. I'm out. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Thank y'all for the Boxing Eagle watch party, and I'm out.